Hello, hi guys. Today I'll show you how to apply the Singapore visiting visa. So, for if you want to apply for the Singapore visa, so these are the checklist or required documents for the to apply for Singapore visiting visa. First, you have to fill your application that manually or else through system and photo. In application, the signature must ensured as per your passport and photo. The photo should be a recent one without specs, 35 mm into 45 mm, and the face should be 75% to 80% of the face. And your passport should be the validity more than 6 months, the expiry of your validity. And the third one is the covering letter. So you have to mention to if your passport is belongs to South India, then you have to address for the Chennai. If your passport is belongs to north side of India, then you have to address to Delhi and Kolkata, those places. And in covering letter you have to mention when you want to travel and where, and what are the dates you want to be there, and return dates you have to mention in that. And the NOC, you have to take a leave sanction letter from your company where you currently working. If you are a business person, so NOC is not required. You have to provide your GST copy. And the bank statement should be last 6 months of your transactions, and the closing balance should be more than 1 lakh. Pay slips, if where you currently working, there you have to provide 3 months of your pay slips. And the flight and hotel ITR, so ITR will be applicable for the business persons, and if your salary is more than 70,000, then you have to provide your ITR also. And hotel and flight you can provide as a dummy. So I'll show you how to fill the application from initially and the step by step. So this is the application 14A, form 14A for Singapore tourism and visiting visa. So here you have to fill all your details as per your passport name and last name, and your date of birth, married status, and your contact number. And so you have to mention your address, where you got your passport, expiry of your passport, and do you have any friends who are there in Singapore. You have to mention their address and contact number if you want to go only for the tourism. And then you have to provide as per your hotel and where you currently want to stay there, so those address you have to mention here. And so here you have to click no, and your email address and mobile number. In here you have to do signature and date when you are applying in that day. The date that day only you have to mention here. Example, if you are applying on 10th, you have to mention as a 10th of that month. So the second one is covering letter. The covering letter should be to the visa officer, Consulate General of Singapore. If the passport is belongs to South region, then you have to enter as a Chennai. So here your name and your passport number and the travel date when you are traveling. So the return date, and the main thing is here you have to mention where you are working, and currently where you are working you have to mention, and your role also. So in down your sincerely you have to mention your name and your address as per your passport, or else where you currently staying, that address. And mobile number and email ID also has to be provided. And the third one is photo. See, the photo should be 35 mm into 45 mm. This is 35 mm. Here you should be 45 mm. The face should be 75% to 80% of the face. So without specs, no smile. See, here you can see 35 mm into 45 mm, white background, 75% to 80% of the face, no specs, no smile. And also the paper of the photo should be as a matte sheet, it should not be glass sheet. So after covering letter, your NOC should provided by your company where you currently working. That company will provide you the leave sanction. In that they have to mention here the visa officer, the same thing, Consulate General of Singapore, Chennai. Can you see here? They has to mention as per your covering letter what are the dates you mention in your covering letter. The same dates you have to provide here. The next one is bank statement. So if you're traveling alone, then you have to show in your bank statement the closing balance should be 1 lakh. If you are traveling with you and your wife, then you have to show 2 lakhs in your bank statement. And the pay slips. So where you working, there you have in that company pay slips, current payroll, last 3 months of your pay slips you have to provide. And the flight and hotel. Flight and hotel you can provide as a dummy ticket. There is no rule to provide as a confirmation tickets. And finally, the time takes for getting a Singapore visa is 3 to 4 working days. So thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and share. Thank you.